Hello, my friend Fries and beautiful Ryes. Fries on Ryes here with a new episode of a new series. Welcome to season 4 of HazyCraft. This village is at spawn, and I was just with everyone. We all just split up right now so we can go to our bases or do whatever it is that we want to do this series. I do have to apologize. You might be hearing my voice a second time a little bit lower. I tried to record this beforehand, but my audio was just not communicating with me. It wasn't cooperating, rather. So, without further ado, I'm going to go head over to my base. Actually, my area I claimed is a mountain, and I claimed a little bit of a mountain next to my mountain. And we're going to go over there to start building our home base. So, what we're going to do is make a little farm and a little hidey hole. And after that, we should have our first day's base complete. After the first day, I do come back the next day to do a little bit of stuff that I thought I would do off camera, but I decided to do on camera, so I'll just put it into this episode as well. But for now, without further ado, let's go to our mountain, or at least part of our area. The mountain you see on the left here is where our base is going to be. So at some point we're going to have to try to climb up to the top of that mountain and get our base set up. So here's a little look at the mountain. It's pretty big. And as you can see, there's some cherry trees. That's why I claimed part of that mountain up there. So we're going to go to the cherry trees and start trying to get material for our base. Over here I see that I've went too far with this direction. I need to come back around the mountain to get to the top. I realize cutting down the tree is pretty difficult on its own, so time to build ourselves a axe. We're going to start with the crafting table and then get to it. After gathering our material, it is time to head back to the mountain where we will start building our base. But then I get distracted here with a little bit of coal. Alright, and while looking at our mountain on the way to the mountain, we happen to find some iron. I don't know if you could see it from here, but there's some iron up there, and we're going to go and get it. And we finally made it to the top of our mountain. And then now it is time to start building our base. We're gonna do it in that area we got the coal and the iron from. It's gonna be a small little cozy area, and it'll be able to hold all our things while also just giving us a place to relax. So this is what our first base is gonna look like. And we can't forget farming. So here we are doing some farming, get our crops ready. We can't have a restaurant without crops. And speaking of restaurant, I seem to have gotten ahead of myself. For this episode, or this series rather, one of my goals is to make a restaurant. And for that, we're going to need a lot of potatoes and wheat. So for now, I'm just making a little farm so I can have some food. But in the future, I'm going to be making that farm for the restaurant. Not long after that, though, I realized something terrible. I was having a hunger problem. Yep. I didn't have enough food yet, and I didn't attack any animals, so my hunger was waning fast. So I decided to just put all my stuff away and wait for spawn. At spawn, though, it was good because I was able to collect the rest of the things that I needed. So here we are at spawn, and then you'll see that I go over to a little farm that the villagers set up, and I'm going to steal from the villagers. Not all of it, I'm going to plant some things back, but in essence I am still stealing from them. I also found a creeper that wanted to destroy my land, but instead I decided to use it to make my land better. Now, initially it actually destroyed my land, but I used that hole that it made to make like a little pond. That wasn't the only creeper though. There was one more, and this little guy helped me fill in the rest of the spot that I needed for my little pond area. Into the mountain walls, I decided to build a few pen areas for the animals. That way the animals won't be outside in the rain and the cold.
Hey.
And here we meet Jonas.
Ooh, we got a little farm right here. Hi.
Jonas was the one who invited me to the
Hello?
Let's Play. Over here you're going to see me having some issues with the mic.
Hello? I can't hear you.
After the mic issue was resolved, Jonas decided to go and
Hello?
check out the rest of the server.
Hello? So, how are you enjoying your first day? Anyways, I'm off. I'm heading off to check out the server, what everyone's been doing.
After Jonas left, I decided to collect a couple of sheep. And for those of you who don't know, the sheep actually need grass blocks to eat grass after you've sheared them. So if you want them to replenish their wool, you do need to set up a way to get grass blocks into the pen for them, which is what I'm doing right here. I'm setting up a dirt path that leads to the grass block outside, and the grass is going to eventually grow onto the dirt blocks. and the sheep are happy. And you bet I got some little porkies and some chickens for our little farm as well. It took a while to get these guys, but it wasn't so bad. The hardest part was getting the cows, but the cows did eventually show up. Day 2 started with a fun surprise. I say hello to my new friends, but I wasn't alone in this first day. As you can see, there's going to be a little creeper that decides to show up. Oh, there it is. Right at my front steps. So I am now trapped inside my home for a couple of minutes. I go far away hoping that the creeper will go away. And it eventually does. After the creeper is gone, I have an opportunity to do some farming. And hey, what's this? Some cattle. A cow has spawned up on my mountain and I am excited. I looked around everywhere. There were no cattle anywhere else. So I decided to take a quick look, see if there's any cattle nearby other than this one. And it looks like it's just this one. So time to take this guy and put him in our little ranch. I didn't make room for the cow, so the cow had to go with the pigs for now. After collecting that first cow, I decide to go and see if there's any more cows around my mountain. But I don't think I found any cows around my mountain. While looking for the cows, I found a nice cave that had some iron in it. After all that searching, I finally found a cow, but there was some lag. So here's some, not necessarily screenshots, but freeze frames of me getting the cow back to the ranch. And don't worry, the cows and pigs are going to have a little more space over there at the end. Right now they don't, but they will. And here you see me trying to get some water that I need for the pond that the creepers blew up for me. But that's not the only thing that happens. I actually completely missed Jonah's over here. You'll see him in just a second, right over there. I'm in such a rush that I just walk past him and
Oh, hey.
go get myself some water. My headphones weren't in, so I didn't hear him say anything. I forgot I put the headphones in the computer.
Well, okay.
Here in the playback, I hear his voice now, and I'm just like, oops. Just noticed him. So I try to rush over, see what he's up to. And I notice he's making a path, which is pretty awesome. I wanted a path from my base to other people's bases, and Jonas is actually working on that for us, so that's pretty cool. Try to adjust my sound here, and he gives me a spook.
Hello? Hey, I have a question. Would you mind if I made a path that goes all the way up to your base?
I was actually thinking of building a path, so if you want, go for it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to connect up the entire server with paths.
Oh, a master path to complete them all.
Yep. Yeah. This looks like the most smooth way up. Like it's not that's the least steep way up, but like I don't know if it's the fastest. Honestly, you might be best like building like a staircase up here. Like that seems like your best bet.
And after Jonas's visit, I was finally able to finish my little pond. It was now that I actually noticed that we have a mod installed into our server. A woodcutting mod. But it feels like a deforesting mod with how quickly it helps with the woodcutting. After some deforesting, I realized now that food and shelter are secured, I do need more iron and hopefully some diamonds. So I decide to go exploring the caves around me to see how everything's gonna go. However, my computer, with only the 8 RAM that it has, made this task a little bit difficult. I had a little more lag than I realized. As you can see, I'm trying to hit the mobs, but I'm not hitting them. And they seem to be hitting me when they're not nearby, so there was some lag. And check this out. I've got a graveyard or gravestone, and I collected my head. That is a fun new feature for this this game, this server, this HazyCraft. And I'm gonna have some fun trying to collect as many heads as I can. I realized I can collect a bunch of animal heads too, but I did not get any zombie heads this time, so yeah. Back to looking for some spots to collect iron. I found a nice little 4-direction area here that I thought this might be a fun place to start digging. So, after looking around, making sure it wasn't too dark, I decided to start digging down and see if I could get to bedrock. I think bedrock is usually where I go because I think that's the fastest place to find diamonds. It might actually be negative 16 or 15 or something, but I'm really bad at that stuff, so it's easier for me just to go down to bedrock. Although, before I hit bedrock, look what I found! Some diamonds. And it's next to iron, so I was able to collect a little bit more iron while looking for this diamond. The most exciting part about this diamond? That's right. There were 8 pieces of diamond here. And after that second day's haul of some good stuff, we made it to the end of HazyCraft episode 1 for season 4. Thank you all for stopping by for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give us a like. If you think someone else will enjoy it, please give us a share. And if you have any questions or comments for us, leave them in the comment section down below. And at the same time, in the description section, I am going to list a list of the other members of HazyCraft. So you can always go out and check out their channels, see what they're up to. You might see me, you might see you might see other people in their videos. But yeah, go ahead and check everyone out. Let us know how we do. Share with everyone you know. Other than that, thank you so much once again, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye.